Pal Yoetz is telling us over here that Bittul Torah K'neged Kulam. We just quoted quite atrocious midas over here. Gaiva, Kas, Kina, Nekama, Kaptanus, grudges, haughtiness, anger, jealousy, revenge. These are terrible, terrible midas. And what else did we say? We talked about Sicha B'Tela, Lashon Hara, terrible others over here. Saying Hashem's name in vain and saying Lashon Hara, which you know Ma'ama B'nei Chaviru, doesn't have a chilek in Olam Haba. So how could it be that Bittul Torah is K'neged Kulam? Okay, a person was in the middle of learning and he battled a little bit. Okay, it's not a good thing, but how could we possibly understand that Bittul Torah is K'neged Kulam? I want to share with you an insight, a machshava that I once heard from my Rebbe in Camp Reim many years ago. I think it was my 10th grade Rebbe, Rabbi Krumbein, I believe from Baltimore. He shared with me something that stayed with me till today. He said, imagine you have a bunch of boys getting ready to go to camp and they're all lined up. And as we know, the mothers are standing there on the side by the bus and they're all waving and they're all telling them, do this and do that and don't forget and call me here and call me there and don't forget your shampoo and your toothbrush and the whole entire list. And sometimes the mother doesn't just reiterate it, but actually writes it down and underlines and highlights all the most important things. Imagine there are two kids. From this gathering, this kfutza of boys, one boy just yeses his mother, says okay, and is not really listening, and says, "Ma, I don't want to hear, I want to run. I'm not interested." And she keeps on talking to him and says, okay, but he's running. He wants to get his basketball and hockey and his friends. He wants to be in the mountains already. Okay, so the kid, he has shlechter midas, he doesn't have the greatest midas, he doesn't have the utmost respect for his mother, but okay, we can say, okay, we understand he's a little kid. But what about if there was another kid that his mother delineated, wrote down all the instructions, wrote down all the things that are most important to her, and with a big smile on her face, gave it over to her son and said, Chaim, I love you, wishing you a great summer, sounds great. And he takes the envelope, smiles back at his mother and says, thank you. And imagine, as all the boys board the bus, and they sit down, and the bus driver starts to beep, and all the kids are waving, and the mothers are crying, there's tears, and the kids couldn't be more excited. Imagine little Chaim goes to the window, turns the envelope that his mother gave him, into a paper airplane. And as the bus picks up speed, waiting for the opportune time, he takes the airplane, throws it out the window. In front of all the kids, in front of all the mothers. The mother starts to cry. And says, I can't believe it. I spent time for your own good, for your own welfare, to be safe and healthy, and to ensure that you're going to have the best summer you can possibly have. How can you take those instructions and not just disregard them, but take them, and the most chutzpah thing, you take them and you turn it into an airplane, and not only that, but you throw it out the window so that I can see? Is there anything more painful? That's what it means, Bittul Torah K'neged Kulam. If a person takes the Torah and he's mevatel it, he's turning the Torah into a paper airplane. He's saying, Hashem, I know you're important. I know you have guidelines. I know you know what's best for me. I know I know that there's nothing that's going to shape me and mold me and be better for my character and be better for everything in my life. But you mevatel it, but you disregard it. You turn it into a paper airplane and you throw it out the window. Says the Rebbeinu Shalom, I know that I gave you a lot of mitzvahs. I know I gave you a lot of averos. And I can understand you're only human. And if you disregard or you can't adhere or keep to them all perfectly, okay, there's a tshuva process. But if one is mevatel the Torah, he belittles it, he disregards it, he turns it into a matter of fraud and he forgoes the Torah, turning it into the airplane, Hashem says, that's something I can't bear. That's like the boy, you're like little Yankel, you're like little Chaya that takes it and chucks it, throws it out of the window like a little paper airplane in my face. And Hashem says, there's nothing more degrading, there's nothing more brazen, there's no greater slap in the face to me, Kaviyachol, than the bittul Torah. When we're learning Torah, and we're mevatel it, when we have the guiding light of Torah and we disregard it, Hashem says, that I can't bear. Everything else I can turn a blind eye, can cover up, but being mevatel the Torah, taking it and turning to paper airplane, that I can overlook. That underscores, that highlights the chashivas of Torah, of when we are learning Torah, when we are leading our lives as Torahdik, how much nachas ruach that brings to Kadosh Baruch Hu, v'talmud Torah k'neged kulam. We always have to make sure that we're on that side, because when we do anything that deviates from the Torah, anything that's not Torahdik, then chas v'shalom, we're in the category of bittul Torah k'neged kulam.